Welcome to 5D, my love. This is the realm where creation happens with your own imagination. Yes. Things that you're putting your focus on, things that you're thinking or setting goals as, you've started to see that the time between your wanting and your manifestation is bending, and you're starting to see the results of your efforts. Even though past few weeks have been quite challenging for us personally, but also on a global surface level. And the more we realize how powerful imagination is, and how in the past, not knowing its power, we've been using it to ruminate, to dwell in situations that weren't making us happy. And soon as we took that power back, soon as we realized that imagination is the root of creation, and we redirect it towards focusing on what do we want to see, what is it that's going to make us happy on a personal level, and then expanding it to a collective global level. Because the more we are waking up to our internal power that's inherent to every single being on this planet, the more we're realizing that the crumbling structures of the 3D world are actually already losing the essence, the soul that was once there, and people are ready for a new way of being that is leading them into 5D, where they are holding immense amount of power that was always there, and now we're becoming more aware of it. And I wanted to come back here online. I know it's been quite a while. I intentionally took some time to care for myself, and I realized that taking those blocks where you are completely focused on what your inner child is saying, where you're at, and from that point, where do you plan to be next? And you don't have to do anything in terms of physical action. You just have to feel it within the depths of your heart. Heart energy is the essence of life, and for a very long time we've been disconnected from it. Our ancestors were practicing ways of being that kept them really hardcore connected to their heart, which in turn connect us to the heart of Mother Earth, to the cosmic heart, where our power is coming from. But being disconnected from it takes that power away from us. So it's amazing to see how many of us are now waking up to the truth that lives inside our heart. And once we let that guide us, let that be our compass, we're living in a world that is prosperous, that is blossoming, even though there's external chaos. So the more we start practicing it for ourselves, the more we pull in those kind of experiences for ourselves. That's what we need. Everyone needs to pull in those kind of beautiful, blissful experiences for themselves, and then we radiate that outwards just by being. It's amazing to see that human body is so powerful that we radiate outwards whatever we are cultivating inwards in our gardens. So once again, I want to say welcome to 5D. You know, this journey hasn't been easy. It hasn't been served to you on a platter. You've stood strong day after day, no matter the circumstances, no matter the storm that's been brewing around you. But you didn't give up, and you kept faith. You kept holding on to every single glimmer of hope that was shining from within you, and you've compounded, you've built up to a level where no amount of external chaos is breaking you down, and you've been cracked open to the truth of your own soul, and you've been reunited with the essence that lives inside you, the one that is able to say no when it's needed, and the one who's able to walk through love limitlessly when it's coming from within you, you know? So it's amazing to wake up to your own level of consciousness, where it's at, and where you limitlessly are able to keep taking it as you grow, as you learn, as you experience life. And it's amazing to drop into our bodies what we've been disconnected from for a while. Could be for reasons based on our experiences, the trauma that we go through. conditioning, the rules of the society that make us start to think a certain way. And here we are still breaking that matrix, and one person at a time, one step at a time, we have built the momentum where the world is waking up to this idea that love is the eternal way of being, and we have that all inside of us. So it's amazing to start seeing yourself in that light and to start walking in the light that is always guiding you, and that comes from connecting with your inner truth. And this is the time of also really nurturing your inner child, of building a relationship with your inner child. Give it a name, give her, him, them a name, and treat them like somebody you actually really care about. And you will start to see that your inner child is actually speaking to you everything you need to know in that moment. Your inner child holds the wisdom that communicates your soul to yourself. And grounding rituals, morning and nightly routines, showering, and letting that water wash away all the energies of the day that you may have absorbed is a great way that works for me to ground myself. Let me know in the comments what works for you. And are you holding on to rituals, routines? How were you able to get through the challenges that came your way? And I would love to hear all about it. Also, I'm just really happy. I'm just really, really happy as the more I'm connecting with the messages of my own soul, the more I'm able to offer more of myself to people around me, to projects that I care about. And so as within, so without is actually playing out really well. And I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about, as you're experiencing the same as well. And it's wonderful to come together, bringing our experiences and adding strength to that momentum which we're building together and then radiating outwards. This is a time of crystal body activations and upgrades, also full moon, so lots of time in under the sky, whether you enjoy being in the sun or you enjoy being under starlight, under moonlight. It is all healing and rejuvenating your body. And over the past 2 to 3 weeks, you've noticed concrete manifestations that are showing you how rapid your manifestation power has become, how strong and how rapidly things are coming into fruition. And I would say give every little thing or every little percent of change that you're experiencing the due credit, because that's what builds up, you know. So it's not just the big manifestations that come to life, but every little single step, every little breadcrumb that is reminding you of your power, and that's showing you that you gotta just keep going, take that next step, believe in yourself, and keep building on that momentum. So combinations of 2s and 9s is something you could be seeing, like 299 or 9922 or 291291. You could be feeling attracted to the colors blue, the colors pink, and you could be noticing these feelings and sensations of sparkles or fireworks or light reflections or crystalline feelings coming from within you. So maybe it's something you're imagining or something you're experiencing in your body. That's a confirmation that your light body upgrades that were happening over the past few months are now in place, and you're ready to experiment with this new technology. So follow your heart and enjoy these experiences as they unfold. You've worked hard for them, and even though challenges may persist or come up, but you now know that they're presenting to you only to show you your own power. And the more you're experiencing it, the more you're believing in the power you hold. So it's time that we start experimenting with ways that we want to create with this power. So far we've been transmuting, we've been turning pain into power, and now we're at a place where we are going to create soulfully, wholly, completely believing in this power that we hold. And every creation that goes out with this power, with this love from inside you, is a golden touch that you're sharing on to create your legacy for the golden children of the world that are rising into their own powers. And we're heading into a beautiful era where personal power rules. So yes, we're seeing tower moments at the moment, but that's only a representation of old structures falling behind or falling down or crumbling. And that's not where we want to dwell, like, oh no, that's happening and I'm not sure how to perceive this, but realizing it as a blessing, which when crumbles is where the sprouting and the flowering and the blossoming is happening already. It's happening and you are a very important part of it. So I really appreciate you for continuing and keeping going despite the challenges, and here we are today, reuniting with our soul essence and reuniting with the energies that live within us and make us feel whole and complete in who we are. So keep identifying the song, the music, the lyrics, the song of your own soul, and sing it as loudly as you want. This is a time of releasing what no longer serves you and stepping into your full power. Experiment with it, find out how, where you want to go, and let that power lead you. And I'm so happy to reconnect. I'm so happy to see you here. Thank you very much for showing up, for continuing the journey, and I'll see you in the next one very soon. Lots of love.